their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. Shifts by him. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Play action, they'll throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Mark Andrews. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The collegiate star in nearby Maryland, this is Anthony McFarland. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Dolgala. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dolgala. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Ravens, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll buy some time right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
A loss of 11 yards. Another 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra.
So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. Now Dogala. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. For 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And inches at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Raven.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Jackson. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Forced out, fighting for the end zone. He lost lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one. And you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
It's second down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillendown. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Check 99, check 99.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Steelers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Steelers.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hughes. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And his throw is incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Gay set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Ravens 35, Steelers 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
And the Steeler first down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. He'll fire deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. McFarland running out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The 10-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Hughes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pittsburgh.
From 10 yards out, and the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 35, Steelers 28. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be taken down, but it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Raven. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Another run here with Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Pushes the lead up to 11.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 42, Steelers 31.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. play action. They'll throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
42.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they come back to the pack a bit as they're